Hi, this is Dave, Fellow Running Guide. Welcome to this week's navigation task. This week I'm showing you a photograph and giving you 3 possible map extracts, and I want you to match the photo to the correct extract. So we're in the Peak District again, but this time we're in the White Peak, so limestone country, as opposed to the gritstone of the Dark Peak. So let's have a look at these maps. So that's our first one. That's map B, and that's map C, and they're all Ordnance Survey 1 to 25,000 scale maps. So let's have a look at a bit more detail of the photograph and what features can we see. So straight away we've got a valley with steep ground to the left, and ground rising to the right but less steeply. We're possibly on a footpath, but we can't say for certain, although we can see a dry stone wall running in the valley bottom way down here and then out of sight here. Whether or not it kinks right at this point here and carries on, we don't know. We've got another dry stone wall parallel to it, slightly higher up the hillside to the right. We've got a little rocky outcrop between the two and some more little bits of rock here. Dead ahead we've got this very distinctive shaped tower or spire or peak, if you like, right in the middle, with the ground dropping to the left and dropping more steeply down to the right into the valley bottom here. And then up and beyond it to the right, as we look on the horizon, we have a building. Just zoom in so we can see that in a bit more detail, whether that's a house or a farm. Ahead of us we've got, looks like the path continues up towards this high point, and we've got an obvious rising line here where that's a rocky outcrop there. And then if I just zoom out again, you can see some rocky ground here to our left. Whether that's significant or not, we don't know. So can we see any of that on these photographs? Sorry, I meant to say on these maps. So map A, well, we have got steeply sloping ground, but it looks like it slopes away all the way down. We haven't really got a valley with steep ground on both sides. We have got this distinctive tower in the middle here, but other than that the contours don't really fit, and also there's no building on a high horizon, so that rules this one out. Map B, well, we've definitely got steep ground with valleys in between. We've got this Lindale here, steep ground on one side and on the other, and we've got this river in the bottom, steep ground. There's no river on our map, so we can count that out. Could we be somewhere in Lindale looking over to this Hampston Hill high point with these buildings here of the hotel in the background? Well, we've got a dry stone wall running along it, but we haven't got a second dry stone wall parallel, and also this valley is rising and getting steep rather than a flat bottomed valley, and also we can't see any paths going up to the high point, and we can't see a rising sort of rocky outcrop on its left, so that doesn't quite fit. What about map C? Well, if we look here, we've got a valley with a path here in the valley bottom with a dry stone wall. So if we were looking from right to left on the map, we'd have steep ground coming down on our left to the valley bottom and then gradually rising up the other side. we've got this point here with these contours going round in rings, so that is the high point, Peter's Stone, and we can actually see the main path kinks around down and away to the north, but we've got this black dashed line which is a path that goes up and goes round either side of that. Let me zoom in a little bit for us here. So that's that path, and then here look, we've got this rising line, this rocky outcrop going up, which we saw in the photo. We've got a wall going down here, but we've got a second wall parallel to it, and we've got this little rocky outcrop there between the two, and rocky outcrops to our left there. So that all fits in with what we were seeing on the photograph. Let's just go back and have a quick look. So rocky outcrops, public footpath, dry stone wall, rocky outcrop, dry stone wall, the obvious tower, path going up to it here, rocky outcrop rising, and building on the horizon on the top of a steep slope. So I've put some features identified on the map there for you. Well done to all those people who commented on social media this week. A lot of right answers. So some more detailed than others, but these are the things that we've just talked about that we were looking at. The natural features here, and then the farm on the horizon, and the dry stone walls, and that was the tower in the middle. So well done. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it interesting. As always, look out for next week's navigation task. Bye for now.